Most people don't know how to evaluate a business. Why? Well, 95% of people are like working for someone else. And you have 5% of people that are not working for someone else. So the masses, they don't know how to evaluate a business. They don't know how to evaluate an opportunity. So to them, it's like, okay, it sounds good. Let me just go for it because it sounds good. But usually those things that they sound good, but they don't have the foundation to be good, they don't last. They're like here today, gone tomorrow. And like we have zero control on those endeavors. So what we need to be working is, okay, where I can deploy my time, my capital, my efforts, and I'm not gonna lose like all of it. My capital, my time, and my effort. Where I can deploy my capital, time, and effort and have a return on those three things, capital, time, and effort, that will be worth my capital, time, and effort. Where? And I'm not talking about a return just like a minimum wage. Okay, I just got paid a minimum wage today and tomorrow and the day after. And what this minimum wage can cover? Oh, just to basically keep the surviving mechanism for another day, for another week, for another month. And then we need to repeat the process because again, it doesn't produce surplus, it doesn't produce more. And when there is no more, we need to come back and do it again. And then come back and do it again, and then come back and do it again, and then come back and do it again. Now, here's the interesting thing. The minimum wage today has like less purchasing power than the minimum wage like 5 years ago, the minimum wage 10 years ago, the minimum wage 20 years ago, the minimum wage 50 years ago. So with each passing year, each individual needs to work more and basically will take less. And when I'm talking less, I'm not necessarily mean less in what is showing in the paper, because we can get paid in Zimbabwean currency today, and it's like every single one of us is gonna be a trillionaire. But a trillion Zimbabwean dollars are like, they have no value. You cannot buy a coffee with them. So it's not what is written and the note, just like playing a Monopoly game. And we play the game just for the game. Well, the same is happening in the real life, where like we believe that like what is written on the note, this is like the value of the note. But that's only what we believe. Because we don't understand that those notes are created out of thin air and they have no value. And the real money that have value, we don't have them. Now, I want you to think how much silver and how much gold you have today. I want you to think how much you have, because this is the real money. To get this out of the ground, you know how much work is involved, how much effort, how much energy. So again, going back to our capital, time and energy, I want you to think about extracting this from the ground. How much is taking for a person to do the same things as a work, to extract this from the ground and to convert it into what you see today, something that has value, real value, because it has a weight of pure silver. This is 999. This is 1 true ounce of pure silver. And the same is true with the gold. And I want you to think and ask yourself, how many I've got of this? Because this is the real money, not the fiat money that we believe are the money. Now, this is a big thing, because if you measure your purchasing power in silver and in gold, you're gonna see the things in the supermarkets, the things in the petrol stations, the things that you purchase, they're getting cheaper. Not more expensive, they're getting cheaper if you measure them with real money. But now it's not just to measure them, you need to have the real money in order for you to experience that they're getting cheaper. They're not getting more expensive. Because if you measure them in fiat money, you're gonna discover that this simple coin, just 2 years ago, this simple coin, 1 trounce, was costing $14. So if we convert $14 into pounds, let's call it 16. Sorry, $14 was about 12 pounds. Let's say with the premium, we're talking about probably 1-to-1, $14 to 14 pounds. But now you cannot get it at the spot price, so probably you pay a premium. So let's call it 16 pounds per coin. 2 years ago. Do you know how much is today? You can go and check online. This is 35 and change pounds, I'm talking pounds, plus £5 for transport, plus VAT 20%. So we're talking 42 pounds for 1 coin. So I want you to think, how much is the inflation between 16 pounds with the premium to 42 pounds? How much is the inflation in 2 years? And what is better, to have more of this or more of the papers? That the same paper, 10 pounds is the same 10 pounds, just with less purchasing power. The same 20 pounds is the same 20 pounds with less purchasing power. The same 50 pounds is the same 50 pounds with less purchasing power. But each silver coin has more than double in value. So therefore, like, if I'm gonna use this to buy grocery or pay rent or mortgage or buy fuel, it's cheaper today versus 2 years ago using the real money. But if I use the fake money, then it's like it's more expensive. So again, but how you can get more of this? Well, you need to create every single month a surplus. And what is the best place to create a surplus? Oh, the best place, from my experience of 40 plus years of doing all kinds of different businesses, is digital marketing. Because in digital marketing, I have one expense in the beginning to learn and like to deploy my time, efforts, and energy. So I had like a capital injection, small capital injection, to buy a course and to start learning how to apply the skills of marketing. But now we're talking digital marketing, so we're talking marketing online. So everything in order to move, doesn't matter if we're talking silver, if we're talking gold, if we're talking like mobile phones, if we're talking like computers, cars, buildings, anything you can think of, in order to move, it has to be marketed. Like if it's not been marketed, it's not gonna move. Just like the same way you go to see a movie. Why are you gonna see a movie? Oh, because you've seen a trailer. Well, the trailer is the marketing for the movie. Oh, the same is true for buying a property. Oh, you need to see an advertisement of some kind in order for you to say, oh, this is the property that I want to see, right? So someone has to create this advertisement. And through this advertisement, people go view and they purchase. Now this is true for, any kind of product, any kind of service. And becoming good at digital marketing can open doors for you that you never thought possible. Wow. So I can make in 1 hour a day or 2 hours a day the kind of income that before I was not making in a week, before I was not making in a month, before I was not making in 3 months. Now I can make them in 1 to 2 to few hours a day, because now I have skills that I didn't have before. Now those skills, you're not gonna get them overnight. It's gonna take time for you to learn and apply, learn and apply, learn and apply. But do you know that the average person that is learning and applying, within like 3 years is earning 10 times more than a novice? 10 times more. This is statistic. Why? Because those people within 3 years, they become more than proficient. Everyone needs about 20 hours to become, okay, now I know what I need to do. Now I can do it without supervision. But as you start to put more time, more skills, you're getting better. This is what's happening. Over time, you're doing the same kind of work, which is like funny, because it's like anyone with a mobile phone can shoot videos. Anyone can create commercials. Anyone, anywhere in the world. Just the person needs to know what basically they need to do to start creating those commercials, and then what to do with those commercials. But the minute you know, you can only get better if this is what you desire. And then the better and better you start to get, like you start to remove the limits of your income. Now you can move not only, any type of products and service, but you can also start to create your own products and to offer them. So you can move someone else's product, or you can create and move your own products. And along with this, you can start to build your own brand. And you can attract people that are interested in you and in your brand and what you're doing. Just like, you have a communities of people that are interested in the real money, not in the fake money. You have plenty of people interested in the fake money and how to make more of the fake money. But we have a whole different community of people that are like really interested how to make the real money, where to convert them, where to buy them, where to sell them, how to know what is real and what is not. So the same is true for everything. And the minute you know what you're doing, you become valuable. And the more you know, the more you can do. And the more valuable you are. And therefore your time, your efforts and your energy are valued at a different price. So learn digital marketing. This is my wish for you. And start converting your fake money into real money. And start experiencing, increase of your purchasing power, instead of, someone stealing your purchasing power every single day, taking more out of your vault because they can print more, but you cannot print more. Now through digital marketing, you can print more, and you can become aware, and you can convert it into a real stuff. So you can print more fake currency. You can convert this fake currency into the real currency. You can hold more, you can save more, you can invest more, you can spend more, you can travel more, you can have more options. And this is my wish for you. If you need any help, any guidance, any mentorship, feel free to connect, shoot me a message, and I'll be happy to help and assist. Have an amazing day, and I look forward to see you living your dreams.